Hello everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today I get to share with you a Gerda Steiner Designs project using this cute little stamp set. It's super duper adorable. It's called Reindeer and a Tree. A lot of fun little reindeers in there, and there's even a little Santa. But I have the coordinating dies that will help me cut those out. We're going to jump in and get started. We're only going to stamp one of the little reindeers, and it's probably my favorite in the set. He has his little tongue hanging out, little sassiness, and he also kind of looks like he's getting ready to do a little dance. I'm going to ink him up with some VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and we're going to stamp him 5 times. We are going to make 5 little fun reindeers. I'm going to go over my images with some clear embossing powder. After they're all covered, I'm going to take my heat gun and we'll go ahead and melt that embossing powder. Today we are going to be doing some watercoloring. So I did stamp on some C&CT watercolor cardstock. After my images are all melted, we're going to do a little bit more stamping using that Christmas tree. Since it was a larger stamp, I decided to pull out my Mini Misty and another piece of C&CT watercolor cardstock. We'll stamp the tree and the little star. And I did grab the little candy cane. We're going to decorate our tree with the candy cane. I'll just go over my cardstock with my anti-static powder bag. And then we'll add some VersaFine ink. Stamp our images. And then we will grab an acrylic block, pick up our little itty bitty candy cane, and we're going to go ahead and decorate our tree with the same ink. Now, I wasn't really too concerned about stamping all the way to the bottom, only because I think my reindeers are going to cover the bottom portion of my tree. But we're just going to stamp a few here and there, kind of wonky on my tree. And then we're going to grab some more clear embossing powder. We'll go over our Christmas tree and go ahead and melt it. Okay, since we are doing watercoloring, I do like to emboss because it contains the watercolor, and this way I don't make a mess. I'm going to be using my Nuvo watercolor pencils. I have 2 different sets. One's a hair and skin, was it a hair and skin set? And then the other is Brilliantly Vibrant set. I thought the hair and skin tone set would go perfect for my little reindeers, and then I wanted to use the greens in my Brilliantly Vibrant set. But I'm going to do a little bit of coloring, which I already did. I'm jumping in. I'm going to use my paintbrush to blend out that color. You just use your pencil, add a little color where you want it, and then blend it out, and it creates a real fun effect. But I'm going to finish up by playing a little bit of music, and when I'm done coloring, I will get you back. Okay, coloring is all done. Now I'm going to take the coordinating dice and we'll just cut out all of our images. Just line them up, and these do leave a little bit of a white border. After all of our images are cut out, we are going to work on our background. But those reindeers are so cute. Okay, we'll push these up on top, and then we're going to grab some cardstock. Now I have a piece of C&CT, or no, Strathmore Bristol, sorry, and then a regular white cardstock. We're going to do ink blending for our background, so I'm going to cut out a rectangle from both of these panels. Once they're both cut out, I don't know, the Bristol cardstock is a little bit more creamier in color, so I'm going to take the white cardstock and create a little hill with one of my circle dies. I'm just going to line it up on the bottom. I used my rectangle die because I want stitching all the way around, and my circle die has stitching, so it's just going to flow a lot nicer. Okay, we're going to take our little hill, place that in the Mini Misty, and stamp our sentiment. There is Deck the Halls in the stamp set, so we'll place that towards the bottom in the center, and I'm going to stamp that with my VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And it stamps beautifully. We'll set that aside, and now we are going to work on a background. Now I wanted to create a night background, so to do this I'm going to be using some oxide ink. This is Faded Jeans. I'm going to take my Christmas tree. Using my pencil, I'm going to mark the very top of where it's going to be on my panel, because I want my star to be kind of shining in the night sky, and I didn't really want it to look like a moon. So I just kind of marked that, and I'm going to go around my little dot with my Faded Jeans, just coloring in the area. And I did lightly go over the area that I kind of skipped. I was so afraid it was going to look like a moon, so going over it with the blue kind of helped a little bit. But after I have my blue down, I'm going to take some regular distress ink. This is Black Soot, and I'm going to go around the edges of my panel, just kind of darkening them. And then I'm going to take some Squeeze Lemonade distress ink, and just using my finger dauber, I'm going to go over that lighter area and kind of spreading out. And then I'm also going to go back over with my Faded Jeans, and then I did add a little bit of the Black Soot. And I think that's going to work out great. I'm going to take my distress sprayer and add some water droplets. We're going to add a little bit of texture, a little bit of snowfall in our background. Once we have that done, I'm going to grab all of our elements here. Okay, for these three pieces, I thought it'd be fun to add some snow. So to do that, I'm going to be using a Marvy snow marker. This marker is like a liquid, and anything you add it to, you use your heat gun and it puffies up, gives it a lot of texture and dimension. So I'm going to go over a few of the layers on my Christmas tree with my snow marker, and along the bottom also. And then I'm going to go on the top of the candy canes just to give it a little bit of dimension. I'm going to pick up my tree with my tweezers and grab my heat gun, and we'll go ahead and puff up our little snow. Super fun and super cute. And you can see here it adds quite a bit of dimension, and then I like that it's super white too. Okay, while we have our heat gun heating, I'm going to take my snow pen and go around the sides of my little hill, and we'll do the same. We'll just puffy that up. I didn't go over the center because that's where we're going to put our tree, and you wouldn't be able to see it anyway. So we have a little snow on our hill, and then I thought we'll make some little snowfall on our background. So I'm just going to add a few dots here and there to make some puffy snowfall. I wasn't sure how I was going to do, how it was going to puff up, but it puffed up super fun. You can see how it's just giving my background panel a lot of dimension. So I thought, well, I'm going to add some more. So I kind of went crazy with my snowfall in the background. Okay. Super cute. Now I'm going to take this panel. We are going to go ahead and add our sentiment. We'll flip that over and add a piece of foam tape right behind it. And then I'll go ahead and add that to the bottom. I went all the way up with the foam tape because we're not going to do too much tucking. Next, we'll add our panel to our A2 size card base. Place that in the center, and you can see it leaves me a little bit of a border. Now we're going to add some foam tape behind our tree and our little star, and we place that in the center of our card base. I'm going to add some foam tape behind 3 of my reindeers, and then the other 2 I'm not going to add dimension to. We'll just use glue for those. But you can see the little halo around my star was offset a little bit. I didn't get it centered. So my theory is if I took that little reindeer and had him peeking behind the tree up in that halo area, you wouldn't be able to notice. I think your eyes would go more towards the reindeer than my offset halo. So that was the way I fixed that. But I did add all 5 reindeers around my tree, and they're super cute. Next, I'm going to take some Nuvo glitter drops. This is silver moondust, and I'm going to add some little sparkly rays coming out from my little star. And then I'm going to add little dots, little sparkle in the background too. Our night sky is going to be nice and sparkly. Next, I'm going to go over my reindeer's noses with some glossy accents. And I am going to go over my little candy canes also. And then I did go over my star too. And after we go over the star, that completes my card for today, guys. If you're interested in any of the products that I use, I'll leave a link below. But this is the reindeer in a tree stamp set, and it is just super cute. I fell in love with all those little reindeers. But I wish you a fantastic day, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you again soon.